The Galactic Military Academy's combat assessment arena hummed with anticipation. 300 cadets from 47 different species gathered in the observation deck, their various appendages pressed against the transparent aluminum barriers. Today was the quarterly combat trials, and for the first time in the Academy's 1,000-year history, a human would participate. Commander Zethkar, a 7-foot-tall draconid with scales that shifted from bronze to copper, stood at the control panel. His reptilian eyes narrowed as he watched the human cadet, James Mitchell, stretching in the preparation chamber. The young man wore nothing but standard training gear, no exoskeleton, no enhancement drugs, no cybernetic amplifiers that most species required just to survive the first round. "Foolish Deathworlder," muttered Cadet Vrix, a gelatinous moldrawny whose body rippled with skepticism. The gravity alone in the combat chamber is set to 2.5 standard units. His bones will compress before the first obstacle. The Etherian cadets, beings of pure energy wrapped in containment suits, pulsed in agreement. Their species needed specialized gravity dampeners just to maintain corporeal form under such conditions. The trial began. James dropped into the arena as the gravity field activated. Several gasps echoed through the observation deck as he didn't immediately collapse. Instead, he rolled his shoulders and smiled. "Feels like home," his voice crackled through the communicator. The first wave consisted of automated defense drones firing stun bolts. Most cadets from low-gravity worlds needed predictive AI assistance to dodge projectiles moving at 200 meters per second. James tilted his head, watching the bolts approach, then simply stepped aside. No calculations, no technology, just raw instinct honed by millions of years of evolution on a world where everything wanted to kill you. A Eurelian cadet's feathers turned white with shock. He's tracking them with his naked eyes. That's biologically impossible. The second wave released toxic gas designed to test respiratory filters. Every species in the Academy required breathing apparatus for this stage. James held his breath for 3 minutes and 17 seconds while completing an obstacle course that involved climbing a 40-foot wall with handholds spaced for beings with 4 arms. He used momentum and something he called parkour. Commander Zethkar's scales shifted to a deep purple of disbelief as James launched himself between walls, using his legs like springs to ricochet upward. The human's muscles visibly strained and micro-tore with each impact, but he kept going. "His muscle fibers are literally breaking apart," announced the medical officer, a 12-eyed omnivid, and they're already beginning to repair themselves. During the exercise, the third wave was combat against holographic opponents calibrated to match each species' peak warriors. A Rexonian berserker materialized, 9 feet tall, 6 arms, bred for war. In the observation deck, Rexonian cadets puffed their chest sacs with pride. Their species had never lost this simulation. James studied the hologram for exactly 2 seconds before running straight at it. The berserker swung with enough force to shatter granite. James didn't block. He grabbed the arm mid-swing, used the momentum to flip over the creature's head, and wrapped his legs around its neck. The hologram struggled, unable to compute how a being 1/3 its size could generate enough constriction force to trigger a defeat condition. "Humans hunt by exhaustion," James explained calmly into his communicator while maintaining the chokehold. "We're not the fastest or strongest. We just don't stop." The final challenge was supposed to be insurmountable, a full environmental hazard course. Extreme temperatures cycling from -40 to 120 degrees Celsius, random gravity fluctuations, electromagnetic pulses, and seismic disruptions. It was designed to test equipment failure protocols not to be completed. James removed his protective gear. The arena fell silent as he navigated the course naked except for basic shorts. His skin blistering in heat, turning blue in cold, blood vessels bursting and healing. His inner ear compensating for gravity shifts that should have liquefied his organs. When an electromagnetic pulse fried the lighting system, he continued in complete darkness, navigating by sound and touch. He crossed the finish line crawling, leaving bloody handprints on the floor, laughing. "That reminded me of Australian summer combined with Antarctic winter," he wheezed, as medical drones swarmed him. Commander Zethkar stared at the scoreboard showing course completed, a message that had never appeared before. Around him, alien cadets looked at their human classmates with newfound respect and primordial fear. They weren't training alongside fellow soldiers. They were training alongside apex predators who considered lethal challenges recreational activities.